There's no electricity, no fan, no AC. The temperature outside is 45 degrees, the kind of heat that melts plastic and burns your skin. And yet inside this small clay setup, it's cool. Not slightly better, actually cool. Like stepping into shade after hours in the sun. No wires, no battery, no bill. So how is this even possible? This is called a clay pot cooler. 2 pots, some sand, a little water. That's it. The cost is less than a cheap meal, yet it can drop temperatures by 5 to 10 degrees, sometimes more, even in extreme heat, completely off-grid. This is not some internet trick. It has been used for centuries. In Africa, it's known as the Zeer pot. In India, clay cooling existed long before electricity. In Middle Eastern deserts, similar methods kept food fresh without refrigeration. Even modern engineers study this system because it works where machines fail. No power cuts, no breakdowns, no maintenance, just physics doing its job. So why don't you hear about this? Why isn't it everywhere? Because it doesn't make money. No subscriptions, no electricity usage, no upgrades. It's too simple, too cheap, too effective for something that costs almost nothing. So it disappeared, not because it stopped working, but because we stopped teaching it. You've already seen this principle every single day. When sweat evaporates from your skin, you feel cool. When you step out of water and wind hits you, you feel cold. That's the same effect. Your body already uses this ancient cooling system. You just never thought of turning it into a machine. Here's what's happening. When water evaporates, it pulls heat away with it. That's it. No complex science. In this setup, water slowly moves through the sand, reaches the outer clay surface, and begins to evaporate. As it evaporates, it takes heat from the inner pot, making it cool. No compressor, no gas, no electricity. Just evaporation. Now imagine building it yourself. You take 2 clay pots, one slightly smaller than the other. Place the smaller pot inside, leaving a gap between them. Fill that gap with sand, not soil, not mud, just sand. Then slowly add water, letting the sand absorb it. Not too much, just enough to keep it moist. Cover the top with a wet cloth or lid to trap the cool air. Then place it where air can flow, near a window, outside in shade, or anywhere with a breeze. Airflow is the key. More airflow means faster evaporation and stronger cooling. Wait a few hours, then touch the inner pot. It feels cold. But here's what most people get wrong. They keep it in a closed room. No airflow, no evaporation, no cooling. They pour too much water, flooding the sand and blocking the process. Some even use plastic pots, but plastic doesn't breathe, so nothing happens. And placing it in direct sunlight cancels the cooling completely. Fix these mistakes and the system works exactly as intended. Now think bigger, not just a pot, but an entire room cooled this way. That already exists. Some homes use clay walls, wet curtains, and airflow channels to create natural cooling systems, no electricity at all. Modern architects call it passive cooling, a fancy name for an ancient idea. You can scale it too. Use multiple pots for stronger cooling, add airflow with a small solar fan, or create a cool storage space for food. From a simple pot to a complete system. Is it safe? Yes. It's just clay, sand, and water. No chemicals, no gases. Will it work everywhere? In dry climates, it works best. In humid air, it still works, but slower. Can you store food in it? Yes. Fruits, vegetables, even milk for short periods. It won't freeze anything, but it slows spoilage significantly. It won't fully replace an air conditioner, but in extreme heat, without power, it can change everything. Thousands of years ago, people survived deserts without electricity, without machines. They used earth, water, and air, the same elements we ignore today. This is not a new invention. It's a rediscovery of something we already knew and somehow forgot. We live in a world where every solution comes with a bill. Cooling means electricity. Comfort means monthly payments. But nature solved these problems long ago. We just stopped paying attention. Sometimes the most powerful technology isn't the newest, it's the one we left behind. If this changed how you see heat, cooling, or even technology, then there's a lot more out there we were never meant to forget.